What's up, everybody? Legend here, and yes, I'm going to be doing some voices because I really don't feel like typing all that up in a slideshow, and I'm pretty sure you guys would probably prefer me to do it this way. But we're going to take a look at 17 first because I think, to me, he's probably the more interesting unit out of the bunch, outside of the Tag Fours, outside of Omega Shenron, and outside of Maju. I think he's more interesting because for the longest time, GT needed a purple, and it was unsure of when they would get a purple because if you know, Zenkai Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku has been the purple unit for GT for almost 2 years, and they haven't seen a new purple. The last new purple before we got GT Health out of 17 was actually Super 17, and I guarantee you nobody was really running that guy because he's an EX unit, and nobody else really likes EX units outside of myself. And I think for them to make him a purple unit is a really solid choice because GT needed a purple, and now that they got that purple, it's going to be easier for GT to actually, be more diverse and not having to run a mono team, and I think that's a good thing. Now, I have him at 6 stars, and what you're going to be seeing, I think, is going to be 2 matches of him being at 3 stars, which he still did well at 3 stars, but I got him at 6 stars because I decided to go ahead and burn the rest of that 4K CC that I had just to try to get lucky. And overall, I think his stats are good. I think that his green card is probably his best feature, just for me personally. And his overall kit is pretty much by far one of the best in the game as a support unit. I feel like he's up there with Pan, and that's saying a lot for me, or coming from me personally. But I think his overall, kit is really good. And for the team that I got him on androids because I don't want to put him on GT because I haven't used the Tag 4s yet, and I want to, use the Tag 4s when I get this guy out the way. So I do think that him being purple can be difficult. It can be difficult, but at the same time, it's not overly impossible for him to look impressive. And this is probably the best thing I could come up with, and I wanted to put him with a Zenkai buff, but I kind of want to see what he can do without a Zenkai buff, so I went ahead and just disregarded the Zenkai buff, and I used the EX first for himself, for his health, and overall, I just think that this is probably going to be the best showcase setup for him if you want to, see what he can do without a buff. And if you look like me and you haven't used the Tag 4s, this is probably the best way to really counteract that, or really just show that, however you want to put it. But yeah, so let's just jump right into it and see how well he is at 6 stars and how much of a difference can he make on GT as well as androids. So after all that, really impressed with how he worked. I think he's definitely the unit that GT needed. And to me, it's still so surprising that they waited almost 2 years, damn near 3, to push out a really solid purple unit. Because, you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the purple Zenkai held it down for so long, and he can now take a well-needed nap because that man's back was probably hurting for carrying. But even when he got his Zenkai, you still didn't see a lot of GT. But overall, I think 17 fills that slot that they needed in a good disrupt as well as a good support unit. And I can definitely see this guy being a nuisance if you pair him up with Baby and also the Tag 4s. I think that overall, that's just probably going to make it a lot more difficult to deal with this guy. Even though his typing is purple, you can still, you know, make some really interesting plays and not get him washed. And overall, I just think that they did a really good job in pushing this guy out, and his overall kit design definitely what GT needed. Is definitely what GT needed. And even though I put him on Androids because I thought that would probably be the I thought that would have been the better way to showcase this guy, because I have yet used Tag 4s, and I'm still working on a really solid team around them. So I think the next video should be the Tag 4s. If not, I don't know who's coming next. I'm still working through all that. But overall, like I said, he's a really good unit, really fun unit at that. I love his green card, and you know, being able to nullify endurance. Even though it's on for 5 time accounts, it's still a good thing. And if I was to push the scale, I think he should have had the ability to go type neutral alongside his green card. That way, if you stop a rush on a yellow unit, it'll make it easy to kill them, because a lot of yellow units in the game, or the one in particularly, Ultra Vegito, is going to be hard to kill. But overall, like I said, really good unit, really fun unit at that. GT needed this more than Androids, and overall, I can't be even more excited and happy that GT is finally getting the buffs that they needed. So with all that said, until next time, but do let me know in the comments below, do you guys prefer me to use my voice, or do you prefer the slideshow? Because I'm kind of in a mix in between the two. And the only reason why I don't like doing my voice, because I literally go through like 10 to 15, maybe 20 takes and try to get it right. And it always sounds like I'm sick, but I'm not sick. So just a lot of that plays into why I don't use my voice as much. But with something like this, and how how much you have to really read and type on their kits, because these guys' kits are long, and it just makes it easier for me to use my voice for units like this. So I definitely need some feedback. So let me know if this is better for me to use my voice outside of slideshows. And again, it's going to take me a while to get used to this again, because I do have anxiety, and I do suffer from being shy in terms of things like this. And yeah, but overall, like I said, really good unit, really fun unit. Thank God for pushing out GT. With all that said, till next time.